since we are just inaugurating the journal club today, I invite each and everyone, those who are gathered here for this journal club, and I wish to say a few words about the journal club.
Yes,
I wish to say a few words about the journal club. See, since this is to update the faculty those who are working, okay, and I was just talking with the resource person long back, and when we had a communication, we thought like how to go about the journal club and other things, and then we thought, okay, certain curriculum, it has been inbuilt. We have disaster situations are there, emergency situations are there for the healthcare industry people. So we thought, okay, we'll begin with that. So sir was much interested to talk about the nature. So then we thought, okay, we'll begin with the nature. And then I wish to tell you something about the nature. During the pandemic period, I will tell you the healthcare industry were focused. Okay, and we were the frontline workers, nurses, doctors, pharmacists. We were the frontline workers. I wish to tell you, dear faculties, like who will stand in the front? Like always just imagine and see in a war or in a school or in any function or any kind of a program, who will be there in the front? Whom do you call it as? Like what name is given to them? Who's standing in the front?
With the medical person and the...
Yes, good. You give them what is that? A caption or a title, a leader. The leader is there in the front, no? So I wish to quote one thing from the spiritual aspect also. The thing is, it has been told, the spiritual is truth. Today we are going to speak the reality. We are going to speak the truth. Okay. So in that, God has said, I will bless the midwife and his family and their family. But I used to wonder when I came across such words, I used to wonder how can God have said that he is going to bless the midwives, the medical person and the family and all that, and how is it possible? We have been degraded, nurses have been not recognized in the society, something like that. But you can see the words are not, never it will go in vain. Definitely we have been blessed. No, we were standing in the front. We were the frontline workers. So same thing. So during a situation, which situation? During the pandemic period. During the pandemic period, what happened? Everybody was sitting, were quarantined. They were sitting inside the house. Who were outside? Who were roaming here and there with freedom? Only the healthcare sector people were there. And we were saving them, no? We were in the front line to save the life of the people. But then I will tell you, here and there, we had some issues and a negative thing was happening because they were targeting the group. If you take the complete whole world, I tell you, in abroad, because the whole pandemic was spreading, and then the old people, I tell you, they were not being provided with oxygen. No, they were not being provided with the hospital facilities, and they were lacking. They came to know like some lack in the healthcare sector was identified. It was applicable to all the country. Okay, all the developed and underdeveloped country were lacking in the facilities only. So, then something related with the nature is there. So then we thought we'll just start with the nature and what can be done with the nature from our side, we have to do it. So then we just spoke and we had decided, and today you will have a lecture about the nature and about the resource person. He's an educationist and a researcher, a good motivator, a counselor, and what more to tell. A lot is there about sir. Yes, a lot is there, and definitely you can learn from the experienced person. Okay, so I invite you, sir, and you can take up the continuation.
At the outset, I'm introducing myself very proudly. Today, it is a moment that I feel I'm much more privileged to be with you all. That's why my good friend and respected principal, energetic principal of nursing, Dr.M.L.Mary Madam. And our relationship started just a month back. After my joining, I heard about Madam, and 15 days, fortnightly back, I had an opportunity to talk with your final year, so second year student for introduction of pharmacology. That's our relationship started. And as Madam said, I'm a researcher and educationist. And whether I'm a motivator or not after this lecture, you will be coming to know.
Definitely motivator, sir. That is why we have started the journey.
Right. Okay. It is a scientific session, as Madam said. I introduce myself. I'm Professor Dr. Prabhu, Principal within the Pharmacy. I had my life here from 2004 to 2011. It was PhD from this institute. So today I welcome you all, including the administrator, everybody to this session, including non-teaching and supporting staff members. Everybody is here. It's a scientific session, right? Being contributed by all and participated by all. It's a very wonderful thing. Dear friends, I did my diploma in pharmacy, a degree from Tamil Nadu, Dr.M.L.Mary Medical University, and my M.Pharm from Madras Medical College and Research Institute, Chennai. And I was the best outgoing student of diploma and a degree and M.Pharm also. Then I started my life as a tutor, then a lecturer, then assistant professor, then associate professor, then professor. Then I became a principal. Then I have risen myself to the position of director. Right? I have published so far 60 research papers, exclusively on to my credit, in the various national and international journals, and published one book also as per the syllabus of Pharmacy Council of India. And I released 2 PhD students so far. Right? And apart from that, I have created around 3,000 to 4,000 students of pharmacy, degree students, and I guided around 50 of pharmacy students' thesis. So this is about a short history of mine. Now you are all very familiar with me. Today I start this session very friendly manner. We are going to talk about nature. The caption or this heading or the topic was selected by our principal, Madam. Nature's veracity. She was very careful in selecting the topic, veracity. Right? Nature's veracity. What is the truthfulness about the nature? Is the topic. The real truth, if we talk about, it's really pathetic. The nature is in a very pathetic condition. If really when we speak, right? Even the creator cannot tolerate to that extent. Nature is very deep. It has its own language, own color, sound, mountains, rivers, fresh water, lives in the ocean, on the terrestrial land, everything. But we don't listen to them. We want learn our nature listen to us. Right? That is a very big minus we human beings are having on this planet. Just to, about 1 year, 365 days or something. Likewise, 10 years, 100 years, 1 century. Likewise, 4.5 billion years back, the core of the earth formed. We are on a planet. The nature and the planet are inextricable. It cannot be divided. It cannot be further divisible. It cannot be differentiable. Both are connected. The English word nature is belonging to earth. No other planet we can say nature, because that planet, that language is not existing at all. Even if there is an alien planet, where what would be the language we may not be knowing. But the nature is a word which is highly connected to our planet, the blue planet called as Earth. Right? The nature is like a mother. it does not seek any side. It is not always biased, but it can only maintain the balance. It will not see human are our children, animals are not. Plants are our children, insects are not. There are 5 living kingdoms on the planet. All the 5 living kingdoms are equal to the earth. When there is an inequality or disequilibrium or there is a disbalance, nature will not hesitate to maintain the balance. If we are destroying your species, nature will destroy us. It's the fact, the veracity. What Madam has to caution you all and we all. Right? The veracity is the same. So as we may be several people for our mother. For example, for my mother, we are 6 children. 6 children are not differentiated by mother. All 6 children are equal to my mother. If one is going overboard, she would not tell the child to come down. Likewise, she will consider all 6 equal. The nature has that ability. So, before 5 billion years back, the galaxy had collided with a dwarf galaxy, and there was a kind of formation of a bright star, that is our sun. Who created the sun? Who created that galaxy is spiritual. Without a creator, creation cannot be. We believe in that. We believe in the word God. Right? Hindus, Shiva. Muslims, Allah. And Christians, Jesus. Isn't it? Yeah, that would be the final. No one can refuse it. Because we all live by some culture. Culture teaches us the same. There is a creator. How the creation occurred before 5 billion years back is something astonishing and shocking. So, when the 2 galaxies are colliding, one dwarf and one larger, there is a bright star formed. That is our sun. And around the sun, in bipolar manner, there are transfer of lot of particles. There may be even a particle containing 1 electron or 2 electrons, a lot of elements, along with some liquids. I cannot definitely say, because I was not there at the time of creation 5 billion years ago. It may be water molecule or some other chemical in liquid form. It may be ice. When the liquids are removed, the solid particles collided with each other and the core of the earth created. And likewise, the core of the earth was collided with several meteorites to form earth. When earth happened to collide with another bigger meteorite, moon and earth were created. Both are complement to each other. Right? With moon is having a very good effect on earth. You may be knowing on no moon day how the sea level rises. Right? And up to 2.5 billion of earth age, there was no living being at all. Earth was undergoing several effects by cosmic radiation and sun radiation. There was no protection on earth. So, a continuous flow of heavier elements towards inside and softer elements towards outside. And still earth is revolving, you all know, and rotating and evolving around some kind of master, the sun. And now what is happening now is, when it attains some kind of inner core having boiling temperature of 650 to 700 degrees centigrade, we used to call when it is coming out as magma, inside a kind of electric field formed, magnetic field formed, bipolar magnetic field that prevented sunlight whose direct action is fully focused on the earth. And so, it protected earth from sunlight. The sense, what is the sun was having direct effect on the earth. That was not feasible for the production or creation of living being. There was no such even molecular formation, chemical reaction was not going on. But at one condition, when the outer matter of the earth is getting broken, water gone inside, and then the heavier elements and other elements gone inside, and outside coming were all the lighter elements, where uranium-like material created a nuclear energy. Upon that energy, oxidative and reductive cycle, outside oxidative, inside reductive cycle, now the amino acid is getting formed. You all may be knowing the word amino acid. The amino acid combined together to form protein. And first molecule created is the mRNA. Phosphoric acid connected with the nucleotide and then sugar to form, right, a nucleotide. Then the nucleotide, then RNA molecule. RNA molecule then along with the other protein particle created a kind of enzyme. Enzyme was acting as a catalyst, RNA enzyme. Now RNA is capable of activating the enzyme to proceed chemical reaction where the DNA created. The first living being may be formed. Right? First normal prokaryotes, which is not having any kind of protective material, just a nucleus, non-nucleus, core material in which genetic molecule was there. And then, because of unseasonal conditions created by earth, that is sun and sun waves, there were a lot of changes on the earth where the eukaryotes created. Eukaryotes couldn't live or couldn't proceed its life, unfavorable conditions, a lot of climatic attack and cosmic rays attack from other that is cosmic sources or interstellar sources. And so, finally what happened, the eukaryotic has to undergo mutation and then the multicellular organisms are getting created in the sea. So, the sea water is the origin of life. We have come up to now human being, right? Starting from a single cellular organism, non-cellular, single cellular, then the multicellular, then multi-organal, then systematic, then a full system, plants, flora, fauna. Flora means plants, fauna means insects, animals, everything formed. Finally we have come over here. But the Homo sapien is the now dominant species on the earth. We are the Homo sapiens, human being. We have been created or we got formed on the earth only 1 lakh to 2 lakh years back. But billions years other species are living. But now what we are doing, you may be knowing, there are 2 effects we are creating. One is the greenhouse gas effect. Number 2, global warming. These 2 are created only by human being. Though there are 1.8 million species are living on earth, in which only 1.2 million species have been so far identified and database is available, right? Others are remaining 7 million species we have not been identified on the earth. It may be in Amazon, it may be inside the sea, deeper part of the sea, and still we are not having that much knowledge. We are the topmost most dominating living species on the planet, but we are the only one destructor of the nature. When we use, there were 4 kinds of evolution: industrial evolution, educational evolution. Education evolution 1, 2, 3, 4, industrial evolution 1, 2, 3, 4. With industrial evolution 1, we were using the normal boiling water, steam. By using steam, we were doing a lot of work. Then next came coal, then the fossil fuel, then came nuclear energy. Industrialization 4, now we are going towards nuclear energy, highly destructive, right? Likewise in education, first inside the classroom, the human being were just sitting, only one person was talking. Education 2 revolution, both were discussing, students and teachers were discussing. Education revolution 3, computer came into being. So that people were using advanced knowledge by using this. Now the education 4, the part revolution is having artificial intelligence. Something is created by human being which can do independently anything in the world. So now, to what extent we are scientifically getting advanced, to the same extent we are destroying our nature. That I wanted to put forth. The example, greenhouse effect. You may be knowing, we may be having some kind of a greenhouse in our house also. You close all the doors and grow some plants and add some water and allow that sunlight only without any air convection or without any air circulation. Just you will be coming to know that some kind of gases, right? The same thing, just imagine the plants are capable of consuming carbon dioxide and releasing oxygen that are very useful to us, isn't it? We are deforesting, and we are not only deforesting, we are burning the wood. We are burning the wood, number one. Number two, we are taking fuel from earth, and we are still burning the fuel, and more or less now the earth fuel is going to be off. It is going to be empty. To that level we are using. So because of this industrialization, revolution 4, what is happening, accumulation of greenhouse gases. They are all very highly poisonous. Carbon dioxide, methane, then sulfur hexafluoride, then methane like hydrocarbons, then nitrogen fluoride, trifluoride, then these are all nitrous oxide, sulfur dioxide. These are all greenhouse gases. When they are in lower quantity on the surface of the earth, they are protecting the earth from the sunlight. The sun is capable of giving the light to the extent normal visible rays as well as infrared radiation. The infrared radiation of lower wavelength and higher wavelength are very, very dangerous. When they are coming into earth, it will kill the people by mutation. And so, these greenhouse gases which are around the earth are absorbing everything and reflecting back, except holding some heat. Because when the waves or photons, when they are absorbed by these molecules, the molecularity and their, if you see the configuration of molecule and structure of molecule, they are capable of absorbing energy, the photons and the radiations, and they will reflect back. When the greenhouse gas is within the limit, it is reflecting back, it is giving only 14-degree average heat on the earth. When the greenhouses are more, it is capable of absorbing more amount of energy from the sun. To the same extent, it will give down to the earth also the same warmness. Because of that, causing is called as global warming. So because of accumulation of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere, beyond the limit, when ozone, nitrous oxide, methane, when they are within the limit, it protects earth from the sunlight, and thereby all the species are living happily. We are healthy. We don't have any kind of mutation, genetic, there is a change in the genetic molecularity. But when it is beyond the limit, it is leading to overheating of earth, because the amount of waves absorbed is more, and so reflected is more, and saved is more. The saved heat will be sent towards the earth. So that the glacier region, North Antarctica and North and South Pole, Antarctica and the Arctic ice glaciers are melting. When they melt, what will happen? A rise of sea level. The rise of sea level will lead to tsunami, flood. Apart from that, unseasonal raining along with the storm, unseasonal raining leading to flooding. Because of storm, flooding will take place. Destruction of species. So, in 2019, when we all had the pandemic situation, now you can understand one thing from that. Whether the organism was created or genetically created or engineered or natural, we don't know. Some are saying that it is synthesized in China or genetically engineered in China. Some are saying it is natural, mutated, coming from animals. Whatever the truth it may be scientifically, right? They are highly dangerous. Usually virus, you people being science people may be knowing, they are climatic dependent. If there is a virus attack in the temperate area, subtropical area and other area will escape from the infection. If it is in China, we cannot expect that disease must come to India. India climatic condition and China climatic conditions are different. But pandemic attack when it comes, it affected every part of the world. It is giving us a lesson that it is genetically engineered and is virulent and will not be subsided by any kind of climate condition. It can attack everybody, especially their effect is better on human being, isn't it? So during the attack you saw, that is the nature, you saw most of the animals, most of the birds, everything were free and coming into our house, isn't it? They were roaming freely. Because we were all controlled inside the house, right? So when we destroy nature, nature will not hesitate to destroy us. It's a lesson we have to learn from. So from hereafter, when we teach our students, we teachers, we should tell them at least weekly once or 5 minutes about the nature. You must teach them how to restore our nature. In 1800 I can say in 18th century, the temperature was 14, now 15.1. In 2100, the temperature will go up to 1.5 degree rise. Average earth temperature will rise up to 1.5 degree. During the time, Chennai, Visakhapatnam from Tamil Nadu, it is our landlocked area. UP no problem at all. Only flood, storm kind of problem may come. But the land sea area, oceanic area, like in Tamil Nadu, Kerala, in India, Calcutta, they all will go into sea. Cities will go into sea. In 2100, if we are not minding the global warming and greenhouse gas effect, right? And if we are not taking enough measure, again if we are going for deforestation and burning of fossil fuel and emptying them from the earth and not minding about other species, we have water now, or we are purchasing outside a bottle costing 10 rupees or 20 rupees, where from the birds will purchase, where from the animal will purchase. We are killing other species by making earth water free, by overheating the earth, by green gas effect. You understand? So when the green gas effect or greenhouse effect and global warming occurring, it is not only affecting human being, it is also affecting other species. When other species are dying, human being cannot escape. And so we all must care nature. So in the today's scientific session, I wanted to give you the truth of nature. Right? I have given to some extent. I hope that it will be very useful to you all. Okay. I take this opportunity to express my gratitude to Madam, right, Dr.M.L.Mary Madam, because she chose me as the right choice for delivering this lecture. And if you want me to talk about nature, it will go up to hours. There are a lot of things to talk about. So today's session I will complete by now. Okay, madam. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.